speaking of awesome, our awesome panel of judges, we just kind of want to chat a little generally about some feedback for all the Pitch Slam contestants. And one theme that kept coming up was the idea of claims and functionality. How do you guys kind of view that in terms of the lens of our Pitch Slam contestants?
I mean, I think to the extent that you can really get your claims to line up with the usage and the actual purchase drivers in the most consistent way, I think that's really critical. You want the consumer to really easily understand exactly how they're going to eat it, how much they're going to eat, and what sort of health delivery that's going to contribute to them.
I would just build on that. When you think about at some point, well, really early stage today, but at some point, any or all of these brands might consider selling to a strategic, and the light gets a lot brighter for those brands as once they are at scale or part of big strategics. And so really making sure that you go through the rigor, and people are just watching those things so closely right now, and I think it's a really important point.
And then there also was a lot of discussion around positioning, both how the product was positioning and where it physically would live in the store. Tracy, that was something you brought a lot of expertise and were discussing with the judges.
Yeah, and this unfortunately is an area where intuition alone isn't enough, and that's something all of our brands today had, and just tons of incredible intuition and instinct when it comes to retail dynamics. Just encouraging all of you to have a really clear point of view where your product lives, where retailers will expect and want it to live, what channel the product will naturally perform best in, and have sought as much advice as possible so that what you produce is true for the kind of rules of the road out there.
Yeah, on top of that, I would just say from a consumer standpoint, there's such a short time for them to recognize your package, know what it is, make a decision, and buy it. And if it's not clear what your product is, what it does for them, how they use it, you're missing your opportunity. You're not advertising. That is your communication. So your package has to do really hard work and really good work in communicating what's inside and why somebody should pick it up and try it.
And then the last major theme was taste and experience. Like, it has to taste good, right, guys?
Yeah, I would say think about taste really broadly. It's about that whole, sensory experience. It's the texture, it's the taste, it's the smell, it's the size, it's the usability, and really making sure that all of those sort of contribute to the ultimate goal and usage occasion and outperform and over-deliver.
And we had some really beautiful tasting food here today. In conjunction with taste is making sure those tastes are tailored to the audience that you're out there seeking, and the ingredients are dovetailing into that same audience desires for certain features and benefits.
And switching to our winner, without giving away anything just yet, what were some attributes that really felt motivated you to select this brand as our winner?
I think they really seemed to know what their brand was about, who they were serving, how they were going to get it done. It was one of the clearest propositions.
I'd say there's a lot of clarity in terms of cohesive brand messaging, the hierarchy of messaging on the package, what was inside it, where it would live. They had clearly taken many steps along that journey to create a fully fledged concept.
Yeah, I think the product, we put an emphasis on things that seemed really market ready and more ready for scalability. I think there's a number of things that we thought were really moving in a good direction, but maybe just one or two iterations away from being truly great. And so certainly ones to keep an eye on, but relative to today, that's what we elevated just above the others.
Yeah, and I think we valued sort of the demonstrated problem solving and adaptability that the company had shown. They understood their consumer, they'd listened, and they'd made some tweaks and changes and prioritized their go-to-market accordingly. And I think no one gets the strategy right out of the gate. That's why it's a startup. And so ongoing problem solving in a resource-constrained environment. That's how you're successful. This company demonstrated that.
All right, with that, we're about to announce the winner. So when we do, please come up on stage to receive the coveted NOSH Live Pitch Slam cup.
Wow.
And if we're ready, the winner of the 2019 Summer Pitch Slam is Beckon. Where's Gwen? There we go.
Nice job.
There's going to be a massive sundae in here.
Good job.
So Gwen, thank you so much. Congratulations. And thank you guys for joining us. Hope you have an excellent afternoon, and we hope to see you this winter.